Today I'm here with Timothy Knautz here at the App Factory, and we're going to do an interview with him talking about everything that's come from the App Factory and what is going to come.
All right, so we've been together at the App Factory for around 3 years. We started basically 3 summers ago. What happened was we had there's a close tie between the App Factory and one of the computer science classes. It's sort of a capstone class. It's called software engineering. That class is a projects-based class, and the problem was there was really no place to go with some of these projects once the class was finished with them, right? So, and the projects were sort of in various states of completeness. We were thinking about what to do with these projects, and we thought it would be great if we had some place to actually go with these projects after that was not even part of a class, so that we could either finish them or hone them up a little bit or just provide maintenance for them. And that was sort of the thing that started the App Factory. That was our initial idea, was to have a place to go with these projects after they came out of that class. And the reason we call it the App Factory is because most of the projects revolve around apps, whether those are mobile apps or web-based apps or whatever those happen to be. And the factory part, well, that's the app part. The factory part came from sort of our roots in the Kenosha, Racine area, being sort of a blue-collar factory kind of town, and so App Factory made a lot of sense. Plus our gear logo and things like that, and that all sort of kind of came together rather nicely. So that's still sort of the origins of the App Factory.
Okay.
One of the things that we're most proud of in the App Factory is that we're multidisciplinary, and we have currently we have 2 faculty members that provide leadership in the App Factory, and we have probably 15 or 20 students that are currently all interns and getting paid interns, by the way. They're paid interns. Plus, on top of that, it's not just computer science students. Probably 15 of the 20 are computer science students, but there's also business students that are in here that are helping us do marketing and helping us work with some of the business aspects of the App Factory. We also have art students in here that help us with the graphic design, and the reality is that we can tap into the university's student population with pretty near whatever a client is looking for. You know, and so for example, we have a client that is working on a physics application, and so we could easily go talk to Dr. Mohazabi or even pull a physics student in to test it or some such thing like that. So we're really very multidisciplinary, and so, you know, between it we've got 2 faculty members, and others help out as needed. But this is really mostly about the students. We provide the direction for them, and the students are really the ones that drive the projects themselves. We have 15 projects that are currently being worked on. Some of them are for external clients, and some of them are sort of for internal clients, if you will. One of our big projects that is coming to completion is for Bradley Corporation in Milwaukee. Bradley is a company that basically sells plumbing fixtures. It's probably more than that. I'm probably not giving them their due. But what they do is they sell basically plumbing fixtures for commercial applications. So, for example, one of their customers might be Abbott, right? Where they have chemicals and things down there like that, and they sell, for example, eye washes. Right? If you get a chemical in your eye, you have to get that out of there, right? That kind of thing. That's the kind of thing they sell. The way that they do much of what they do is they send their people out to do audits. And so they go through these places and they say, They ask for Bradley to come in and audit their facility. And so their salespeople and their engineers will go down and they will basically come down with a clipboard with this big check sheet, one after the other, that is missing this, it has this is good, no good, not good, here's what. So the point of the app for them is to basically duplicate that process in an app that they can use on their phone.
Mm-hmm.
But in addition to that, they also want to use it as a sales tool so that once they know what they're missing, they can make recommendations for the customer to purchase stuff from them, right? So that's the added value for them, and that's why they ended up paying the App Factory to come in and take care of this for them. So that's called the safety survey. So that project is coming due very soon here. We also have, for example, we have the mobile transit apps. Those are apps that help people find when the bus is coming, basically. And the idea behind this one is that this kind of app, generally speaking, was not affordable for transit systems that were smaller, right? Only big transit systems can, generally speaking, afford these kinds of features where they can track buses and things like that using radio technology that they put on all the posts out, so places like Chicago and Minneapolis and New York, they have these kinds of passenger systems, and they're very expensive. They're hundreds of thousands of dollars, some of them in the millions. That's not what we wanted to do here. We wanted to target the smaller city who couldn't afford something like that. So we use crowdsourcing. The idea is that people have the app on their phones, and as they ride the bus, we pull data from all of them and put it together to give a comprehensive view of where all the buses are. My opinion is probably pretty biased. But I really do think that the sky is the limit here. I really have to make clear that it's not about. It's really about student learning. That's really what it's all about. That's what internships are supposed to be. They're supposed to be, giving students a chance to learn how to do what they're going to need to know how to do. And so if we keep that perspective that we're just another, we're another kind of teaching entity here at the university, we're doing it a little differently. Actually, we're doing it quite a bit differently. There's nobody else that we know of that's doing this anywhere else, at least not at this particular point in time. I truly believe that this is really about them, and it'll go where they want it to go. If they want it to be highly successful, it'll be highly successful. It already is, but I think it can perhaps be even more. At some point we'll probably reach capacity. I don't know what that is yet. But we've got 15 projects or so in here, and we've got 20 or so students. I don't know what capacity is yet. So I think it's up to them on where this is going to end up. But I think anything could be done here. But it is all about student learning. That's what we have to keep I have to keep that in the back of my head.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's my pleasure.